What's going on, everybody? Welcome to The Obsession. I'm Carl Bethke.
I'm Mike Stadler.
Mike, quick question for you.
Quick, okay.
How's your day going?
It's going pretty good.
Is it?
Pretty good.
I'm going to try and ruin it for you.
If I was any better, I'd be you.
That's a fact.
You're going to try to ruin it for me?
Yeah, I'm going to try to ruin it for you right now. This is the state of Wisconsin. You know how serious everybody here is about deer hunting, right, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the best way we can make this state even better for big bucks in Wisconsin?
$1.
That is the question, my friend.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to ask.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you like the $1 rule, and should we try to bring it to the state of Wisconsin? And, of course, we're going to tell you why we think we should. $1 rule. Iowa's $1 rule, right?
Yeah.
But we're good. Either way.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. $1 tag.
And you get a buck tag. Iowa's got some pretty good deer. And they have far less whitetail habitat than we have in Wisconsin. Far less hunters. Far less habitat. But really big deer. So, Iowa gets $1.
Yes.
Well, we're good. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
So, they don't have near the deer habitat we have. They have less hunters. They do $1. And they've got they're known for a fairly large number of big bucks.
Out of state's much of a draw.
Well,
Don't forget that.
here's the other thing. We're going to talk about that part too, with the $1 rule as things progress through. So imagine what could happen in the state of Wisconsin, even if we kept the current number of hunters, but we each only shot $1. Bow or gun. How do you think the deer herd would increase there, buck-wise, for size?
Substantial.
Yep, I think so.
It couldn't not.
That is true.
It couldn't not increase.
Yep. How many guys out there, how many people in Wisconsin, guys out there in Wisconsin, you think take two good bucks every year? One with a bow, one with a gun.
Everyone that can.
That is a fact. But it's probably, number-wise, it's probably not as many as people
Probably
think.
not as many, no.
So, I think that if we could get that implemented, or even at least brought up in our Conservation Congress to push it forward, to see what people think, would be nothing but a benefit for our state.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's going to happen?
No.
And why?
People inherently are greedy,
Yeah.
to be blunt.
Yeah.
So, why would I want to give up my extra tag, i.e. my gun tag or whatever, when I can shoot 2 big bucks?
And
that's all I care about. I want to shoot that big buck.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a selfish thing, and our state is notorious for it. Well, deer hunters in general, I'm not going to say just our state.
Anybody that hunts wants to.
Yeah. But the one thing we've noticed or learned from out east, one of the big wildlife biologists, where they put antler restrictions on, wasn't that Pennsylvania? I think it was.
I think it's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. As soon as they put antler restrictions on, the age class of bucks being taken yearly increased.
Yep.
So they made a 4-point rule. Basically 8 pointers.
Yeah, per side. Yeah.
Per side. Or 4 points on one side. Maybe it was per side.
Yeah, I don't remember what
I'd have to look. But anyhow, their age class of deer that were bucks that were being shot increased substantially. So that being said, if you could put a $1 rule in the state of Wisconsin, I think the age class of the average whitetail taken would increase substantially, meaning size of deer would increase substantially. Because if there's anybody out there saying honestly they don't really care about the size of the buck they take, I would say 9 times out of 10 they're lying. If you're hunting for just meat, the majority of us would shoot does if we had the opportunities. If you're hunting on public, most people would shoot any deer if they were hunting for meat. whether it be a fork buck, a spike, or a big buck.
Right.
Obviously, the big buck is more meat. So if you're a meat hunter, it is what it is. But I'm assuming you're looking up that antler restriction.
So the Pennsylvania one is there's certain counties.
Yeah.
So a buck with 3 points to a side counting the brow tine is legal, but in there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zones a buck must have 3 points not counting the brow tine. So
yeah,
4.
4.
Yep.
And their age group of deer went up.
Yep.
Could be another that could be another option for the state of Wisconsin also. It would save 1.5-year-old bucks.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
It would. Well, here's the biggest problem with a lot of them, and there's people I think that are going to agree with this because I agree with it too. Is people go out there and they shoot a buck just to shoot a buck.
Right.
Be it a spike, a fork, a 6-pointer, a younger 8.
Yeah, 1.5-year-old. Yeah.
Now, I will say this on the other hand. If that's the only thing you can shoot and you're shooting a deer because you're eating the meat, it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to bash somebody for shooting that.
No.
But if there's tons of does there, and they're going to shoot a buck just to shoot a buck, then you're killing yourself.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to complain about big bucks.
And I know people, and you know this for a fact too, that I've seen that deer 10 times, pass them up with a bow, and they shoot him with a gun.
Yeah.
Well,
it kind of makes sense.
I'm not the smartest in the world, but you lost me on that one.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
100%.
I mean, if you're not going to shoot him with a bow, why do you shoot him with a gun? Like, that's the opposite that I've ever seen.
Yeah. If you're going to be, I guess the way I look at it is if you feel the need you have to shoot a buck every year, then shoot the first buck that walks by you.
Yeah.
Because then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're holding off to shoot a big buck.
Yeah.
Which is great if that's what you want to do.
Right.
If you don't care, then shoot the first buck that walks by you. But you're holding off for a reason.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts to come into play.
And like you say, the 1-buck rule takes away people doing that, shooting that first one that walks out because that's the only one you're getting.
Yep.
And then, in turn, that would have to go back. You got to register these deer.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't do the online thing.
No.
That's my air quotes for you that aren't watching.
Yeah.
Because it ain't gonna happen. And they're gonna be like, oh shit, I shot this one, and they're gonna downplay it right away. Like, well, it's only whatever. We're gonna go to the score thing. It's only 130 inches, and I know there's a 150 on it. So I'm not gonna tag that deer, and then you're gonna have a problem there.
Oh yeah. Well, I think we should all. I'm a firm believer in back tags, and I'm a firm believer in registering deer.
Remember the back tags, Carl?
Yeah.
A little back tag.
Yeah.
A little back tag and a big metal registration bands.
Yep. I'll be honest. The reason I want them back is a selfish reason. Because if I catch your ass on my land,
I got you.
Gotcha. That's right. But that very seldom happens anymore either. Everybody knows. Right. But the registration thing, I think, is a big one. I think that's part of the reason the deer numbers are down in our state, honestly. Yeah. Especially for antlerless deer registration.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much for bucks, but...
It's funny, I just talked with some friends of mine when we went out, went south to do that hunt, and I brought this topic up, the 1-buck rule, and it was funny, every one of them thought it was an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's an awesome idea. I'm like, no, you shoot a buck, you can do whatever weapon you want, but then you're done. One. And I said, it's going to get, everyone is going to at some point have an opportunity at a larger buck.
Yeah.
You're just going to.
In 2 years, I guarantee that showing what Pennsylvania is showing, and showing a couple other states that when they went to the 1-buck rule, the age class of the deer jumped 1 year in a 2-year time span.
Yeah, that quick.
Yeah, so 2 years later, the average buck in the state of Wisconsin would be a 2.5-year-old buck, which is in southern Wisconsin, 14 to 16 inch inside 8 points.
It's a good deer.
100 to 110 inch deer.
Yeah, a good deer.
Yeah. And think about how many of those 2-year-olds are going to make it through now. In the certain areas, I guarantee the average buck being taken then would be a 3.5-year-old.
Yeah.
And this includes public land. That's what everybody should think about.
Yeah.
Because, I hear a lot of complaints about the public land in Wisconsin gets over 100. There ain't this, there ain't that. Well, there's a lot of people that shoot a lot of deer on public land every year, guys. So this would do nothing but increase and help public land hunting, in my view. Something to think about if we ever get the opportunity to vote on all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or even an antler restriction like Pennsylvania has.
Well, and people complain about our deer population here.
Yeah.
And we're one of the states that let every single non-resident come in.
Oh God.
You can just come in and you get a tag.
You get a tag.
Yeah, it's like Oprah. You get a tag. You get a tag, and you get a Prius.
Yeah.
So everybody can come in and get a tag, not just one tag.
Right.
I believe you get 3 tags. I think you get 2 doe tags and a buck tag.
I think so. Well, yeah, depending on what county.
Depending, yeah. The price minimal.
Yeah, I think they're out of states like 300 or something.
And newsflash, people, Wisconsin is one of the best big buck states there is.
Actually, Wisconsin
is the best buck state, actually. But you want to look at Iowa, you want to look at Illinois, you want to look at Kansas. Cool.
Yeah.
They have big deer too, but we actually have the most.
I could look it up. I'm pretty sure that Wisconsin won the most Pope and Young.
Yeah, Pope and Young and Boone and Crockett in the books. That's just in the books.
And I'm talking in the last 2 years.
If you're big into the book thing.
Well, whatever.
Or not. But yeah, and we are letting anybody and their uncle come in, buy a tag. You just get a tag. You get a buck tag. Like every other state, you got to send in. We have to send in when we go out west. Yeah. We have to draw.
Yep.
And guess what? Big animals.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think, okay, the people that are listening to us that travel and hunt, tell me why you go there.
Because there's an opportunity.
Tags are limited.
Yeah.
The opportunity is way better at a larger animal.
Yep.
That's why you're going there.
Yep.
You are not driving to Kansas to shoot a fork.
Fact.
And you're not going to shoot it there.
Fact.
Even if that's the only opportunity, you're not going to do it.
No.
But you're going to come here and do it.
Right.
Or you'll do it your own season here.
Yeah.
So
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, right?
No.
You're not.
Well, here's a concept. So Iowa tags what, 500?
Yeah.
500 bucks minimum.
We at one point, my stepdad family owned a large parcel of property in Iowa.
Yeah.
3 non-resident tags were drawn a year in that property. I never got one.
Yeah.
We own land there.
Yeah.
I never got one.
Yeah.
No, we don't have the land anymore.
Right.
Sold it all.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get a tag.
Well,
we owned the land.
Yeah. That's right.
But you know why?
Why?
You can't.
No, I
know.
You
got to draw.
Yep.
And they limit it by county there, or they did at the time.
Well.
They're like, this population here is this. We're giving out 10 non-resident tags. Good luck.
Yeah.
And if you get one, damn right.
Coveted
Big
tag.
deal.
Yep.
Big deal. Just like when we get our mule deer tags in North Dakota. Big deal.
Here's a concept for this. Try this in the state of Wisconsin. You have to draw for a whitetail gun buck tag.
I love it. Love it.
That's the way North Dakota is.
I love it. Yeah. North Dakota, on average, 7 years
for a mule deer
mule deer gun resident tag. And you know what? Huge mule deer.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody thinks, North Dakota, big mule deer. Wrong.
Yeah.
Big mule deer, North Dakota, huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's huge.
They got huge deer, B-I-G, huge.
H-U-G-E, big.
That's why.
Yeah.
And when we get our bow tag there, which is very hard to get,
we
know we're going after some big deer.
Yeah.
And it is. It's coveted.
Yes.
And you guys out there that go and hunt west, these other properties, or southwest, or wherever you're going, why are you going there? The tags are hard to get. And when you get them, you know that you have an opportunity at a large animal. It should be no different in the state you live in. You know,
any tag you receive should be coveted.
yeah.
I think.
And you know, a lot of out west now has gone. Okay, so you got private land. You can draw an archery tag. You'll get one.
Oh yeah.
You ain't get a gun tag.
No.
You ain't getting one.
No.
You know, but if you don't have private land, you're drawing for your archery tag.
Yeah, for public.
You
Yeah,
know?
you're drawing for public archery tag.
Public archery tag.
Out west. Yep.
And you good luck.
Yeah, because you're not going to draw every year.
Yeah.
That's a given. Because archery hunting seems to be going up and going up, and there's more applicants and less tags due to hard winters, less animals, all of that.
Yeah, and the population.
Or more of the complaining about not seeing animals when you're on public
You
land.
don't see the animals.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to walk more than 5 feet from the parking lot either.
Yeah. No, I'm going to drive around in my truck
You know,
through the
I want
public.
to road hunt.
Well, there's a lot of that out west.
But yeah, I mean, I know, and you know, people are going to hear this. Oh, one buck tag, screw that. I don't want one buck tag. But if you really just stop and think about why.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to anybody, honestly, anybody that I've talked this about. They've started out. Some of them started out like, "Oh, that's bullshit. I want my 2 buck tags." And then I get into facts and explain to them. They're like, "Oh, you know what? You're right. That is a great idea."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You give it up because how many times do you shoot 2 bucks anyway? You're not.
Not.
We
don't.
We come back and we don't even go gun hunt. And
No.
if you think that Kyle and I couldn't go buck hunt
Yeah.
with a rifle on his land or my land, we get back from North Dakota and kill a deer, you know better.
Yeah.
We
It's
but we don't.
No. The thing about it, I have witnessed a couple of the old school guys. I mean older gentlemen, like in their late 70s.
Like you?
Not that young.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you straight up, I'm not giving up my chance to have 2 tags.
I know.
But they're old school hunters and they're set in their ways. These are the same guys that will tell you, you know, you don't shoot does. And there's 50 of them on your property and you got 20 acres.
Yeah.
You know, they're just set in their ways and that's how they see it. And that's fine.
Do you remember? I know you remember because we didn't remember.
I remember.
When you used to have to send in to get a doe tag?
Oh, yeah.
To get a doe tag, people.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of you might not know that, but everybody got a buck tag before.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, God, I hope I get a doe tag.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah.
I hope I get a doe tag
Or
so I
you-
can shoot a deer.
Or even past that, you get the party tag,
Yeah.
the antlerless party
Yep.
tag. So you go and you'd have a group hunt and there was one antlerless tag. So when you were driving deer, because we used to drive deer,
Yeah.
you could shoot one doe in the entire group.
Yeah.
And because you can party hunt with a gun, you could do that.
And nobody cared
Nope.
about the buck tags then.
Nope.
Did they? Nobody. Nobody cared.
No.
Now,
It's a given.
yeah, now, holy shit. What do you mean you want to take away one? You know,
I'm entitled
like
to that.
before you wanted that doe tag.
Yeah. The number one thing that the Wisconsin DNR needs to do is increase, and they could double it, in my view, the out-of-state tag price.
Yeah, I see.
As far as I'm concerned, is if you want to hunt in the state of Wisconsin and get a Wisconsin buck tag, you double the price for out-of-state hunters for bow and gun.
I say triplet.
Well, you know what? You still have people coming because you think
Yeah,
of the
they're gonna
whitetails
come.
that we have here,
They're gonna come.
and think about the whitetails, how it would increase
Yep.
with a $1 rule. Think about that. I mean, you go from 300 and whatever odd dollars it is to $1,000 for a tag
Yeah.
each for out-of-state hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, $1. That's it. Whether you choose it, you shoot it with a gun
Yeah.
or shoot it with a bow. If you don't shoot it with a bow during bow season, you can come for the 9-day gun season.
Yeah. And anybody out there that lives in this state shouldn't argue with that. Like if you argue for that, you don't know what you're talking
No.
about because that money directly goes to the conservation of our state.
Yeah.
Our state.
Yeah.
Not Illinois, not Iowa.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear all the bullshit about well they're using paying wardens and doing this and that. I'll tell you what, you need more wardens in this damn state. Number one,
Probably keep it a little more on the up and up.
yeah. I mean, number two, well they've done nothing but reduce things.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Nobody got
if you
money
get
anymore.
caught
We don't have
poaching a
money.
deer in the state of Wisconsin, you sat there and mouthed off or did something stupid or filmed something stupid, because that's the way I think nowadays.
Yeah.
Because everybody you see get in trouble is either mouthing off about what they've done, or they shoot I love it when the DNR does this. They put the fake deer out there and people shooting their guns off the road.
The fake deer, the fake pheasants.
Hey, they could set that. They could set that up in my place. I don't care because I got the perfect road.
Oh yeah, he's shooting that off the road all the time there.
Yeah, how many people we see drive by when we're out there?
Yep.
Drives me nuts. Not that they're all poaching. Trust me.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
Yep.
What I'm saying is you'd probably get one or two out there.
Oh yeah. They do it.
But yeah, but I think you should, like Mike said, even at minimum double the cost.
Yeah.
And tripling it isn't a bad plan. You're not gonna lose the amount of out-of-state hunters.
No, they're gonna,
because all these people from Illinois that have their residence in Illinois that don't pay shit for tax buy our fucking property.
Yeah. They buy it left and right.
I'm just saying.
One of the guys I just went to.
Dude, I gotta say this.
Okay.
I gotta throw this out just for everybody. So when I bought my property, which was 4 years ago, meeting my neighbors. The first 4 neighbors I met, the 3 of them asked me the same question. And what do you think that question is?
Are you from Illinois?
That is it. That's the first thing they said. I introduced myself. Hey, Carl Beth, yeah, you doing? Da, da, da. I bought the property next door. You know, I was talking about deer hunting. First question out of all 3 of those men's name, or out of all 3 of those men's voice was, hey, you from Illinois? I'm like, no. How you doing? Da, 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 da. And I'm not hammering on people from Illinois. What I'm saying is the out-of-state cost for Wisconsin is way too low.
Yeah, it is.
It's like almost free. It's got to be dang near the lowest cost state to hunt.
One of the guys that I went to Texas with, older retired guy, they have 40 acres of their own land here that they hunt. He goes to Illinois every year, gun hunt. Says it costs him about $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For one time.
Yeah.
Bitches. He was bitching to me about bitching. $1,000 plus by the time I'm done and everything. You know what? Goes every year.
Yeah.
Has forever.
Yeah.
Doesn't change it.
No.
Then he goes.
No.
And he hunts here.
Yeah.
He's got his own property here.
And I hate to say it, but hunting is not a cheap thing.
No, it's not.
No. And if you're going to hunt out of state, it's expensive. Trust us. We know. So, I mean,
do it all the time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much $10,000 bill for us a year, easy.
Oh yeah.
So, but we love it, and that's what we do. So, but as for the $1 rule, I'm a firm supporter.
Yeah, I'm for it.
If you guys, have your comments about it, throw them down. We want to hear what you guys have to say.
Why you are or aren't for it.
Yeah.
Give us some reasons.
Yeah.
So we can see what you think.
Yeah.
Like you hear our view, we want to hear yours.
Yeah, especially, if you guys are here in Wisconsin, we want to hear exactly what you have to say about it, because, together, it'll take all of us to push this through. We're going to have to get it to the Conservation Congress, get it on a votable...
They got to get it on a ticket.
On a ticket. First, yeah. And then at that point, then they can take it up to the bureaucrats that make the law and hopefully be able to push that through. Well, right now, we have a pretty good chance of getting something like that through, I think. So... we'll probably end the show there on that one. We appreciate you guys listening. If you get a chance, want to subscribe, hit the Reaper in the lower left-hand corner. Want to listen to us on just the podcast? Check us out at Google,
RSS.com,
iHeart,
Spotify,
Apple, Amazon. Right on.
And YouTube, baby.
Check out our pretty faces right there on YouTube. If you want to listen to us or check us out on Instagram, it's Rush Outdoors WI or The Obsession Podcast Hunting. We appreciate each and every one of you.
Yeah, buddy.